Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-December 2024 right through to mid-January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know regarding their love life? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Who is coming towards them? Can you please show them the way? What are they going through right now and how are they preparing space for love to come on in? Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for my beautiful Sagittarians. Can you please show them regarding love, what is going on with them and who they are going to be meeting in the path ahead? Okay. So, looking at your overarching energy, I feel like you're making a lot of transformations in your life right now. Things are changing for you. You've been in a period of review of your life, almost like you've been laying dormant in order to sort through some stuff. And some of you have been literally in hermit mode. Some of you have been like not getting out there or allowing yourself to be seen or going to events. I mean, I feel like you've been like running life at capacity right now. You've been going through a lot. I mean, the card of transformation can indicate some of you have been going through personal transformations as well. Something within you has changed. It's not the same and you're not going back to, something in your old life. In fact, you're transforming for the better. I feel a lot of you are trying to reconnect to your sense of wildness, to really connect more to your passions, because I feel there's this energy, especially since the Sun card is in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse. It can indicate that some of you have been going through a very challenging time, or you've been trying to get to know yourself on a deeper level. And I feel that you have just been focusing on your own needs, prioritizing what's important to keep your life running smoothly at this time. But the Death card is your protagonist energy, so you feel something has to change. I feel a lot of you with that Sun energy in the reverse, you've withdrawn from love or you've stopped looking, okay? As you can see, there is a big old eye on that Sun card. It's in the reverse, so it's like you're not keeping your eye on love anymore because, of course, this is a love reading. Doesn't mean you don't want love. It just means that you're so fed up or you're exhausted with the dating scene or you just feel so like disappointed in people and the way that they are not honest, the way that they are running away from a part of themselves, or sometimes you meet people who are emotionally unavailable and it's made you kind of withdraw in order to look at what it is you want in a relationship, but also, where you kind of live your authentic truth. And you are looking for someone who is as blunt and honest as you, but you may feel that you've had to do a bit of a deep dive in your own life right now to just get to know yourself a little bit better and try to create space for love. I mean, the Death card can also indicate some of you, whilst you have not been searching for love, it can indicate there's like a revamp happening in your energy, that suddenly you are coming out of that cycle of being dormant, or you are suddenly resurrecting your energy. There's a rebirth here. I definitely see there's going to be an improvement in your love life, but I feel like you're putting some changes in motion and like making a pact with yourself, especially for 2025. I'm getting really strong 2025 energy. Like you're saying, okay, 2025 is going to be different. I'm going to go out more, travel more, allow myself to be seen a little bit more, because this card will go into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks. So it could be that you have an event that you're going to, or this card is an awakening card, so it can indicate that you have been like challenging some truths when it comes to love. You've been looking at your idea of love and what you expect in love, also what you notice that happens as a pattern when it comes to you meeting people. I mean, some of you, this literally indicates you've been going through a challenging, dark time, and now you're about to come out of that dark tunnel. There is the light there that you're going to embrace. But the Sun card, it is the most positive card in the deck. And in the resistance position, it can indicate that your experiences of love have either been negative, because of course the card is in the reverse at first, or it can indicate that some of you, you're a very passionate person who has a lot of raw energy, and you may have met people who basically drain you of your energy, who come to you for fixing or healing in some way, and you are trying to acknowledge that you can be there for a person, but you are not just here to be someone's emotional crutch. So I feel like a lot of you are learning to prioritize your own needs. And the Sun card in this position can indicate as well that you're trying to drive out the old to embrace the new. And you may have had a bit of an inner battle with yourself as well, because this card in this position, it can indicate you've had a bit of an inner conflict there where you do not see the beauty in yourself that other people see. Okay, now my readings are not about aesthetics, but I see some of you may have struggled with confidence issues, and you're actually a beautiful, bright, light being who is deserving of love and is lovable, okay? But some of you, either your confidence has been knocked in the past, or the way you look at yourself has been influenced by previous people and what they've said to you, or maybe an experience you had, whether it is that you were bullied when you were younger, or you just felt like you were not enough sometimes. We all go through those thoughts. Not all the time, but I feel some of you may be trying to process those thoughts in order to become more confident. Because in the upright, this card is a confidence card. So I feel a lot of you, with these cards, especially with the Hermit there, it's almost like you've been studying yourself and really trying to gain more confidence. Look at shyness for some of you, or it could be that you're a very outgoing, gregarious person normally, but when you meet a person that you're attracted to, suddenly you're like, you kind of go insular. It could be that you're shy, or it could trigger something within you that you feel like, because I'm getting an energy that with the Sun card in the reverse, some of you, it's like you can't flirt, or when you flirt, your idea of flirting is like coming across what you think is weird, but actually it's really endearing. There's this energy of you kind of saying that you don't know how to flirt. That's what's coming through. Now, this may resonate with some people, may not. I have to honor the energy that comes through, but actually it's important in your learning process that you are wonderful all by yourself, okay? You don't need to flirt, as it were, with a person in order to be seen by a person. The right person is going to be drawn to you and your light and to your dark and to all of you, and it's going to feel natural and organic. But with the Hermit energy as like an overarching energy, it can indicate that you're just so fed up, you're exhausted by people and their stuff, and you just want to like meet a person who is healed or is open emotionally to offer you a relationship that has depth, okay? Now, as you can see, it is an introspection card, so a lot of you have literally withdrawn yourself from love in order to heal or to focus and prioritize your own needs, or you had some sort of big change or transformation that went on in your life over the last couple of years, and you're just so in the midst of that right now that you couldn't see your way out of it. But I do see that you are coming out of that energy right now with a lot of wisdom on how to transform your life, what it is you want in a relationship, what it is you certainly do not want in a relationship as well. And the Hermit energy can indicate that you've been on a spiritual journey. You're thinking, you're reflecting, and there's deeper wisdom that lies within you. So you are, getting more knowledge on yourself. And this builds a relationship with yourself where you basically look at where you have accepted less than you truly deserve and desire in relationships in general, of course, because this is a love reading. So it can be that you're almost like healing yourself or saying sorry to the past you for accepting perhaps shoddy behavior or wasting your time with a person who did not deserve a second or third chance, for example. So I feel a lot of you are giving this review period to yourself in the pause, because this card is a withdrawal card, that you're recharging your batteries, that you are getting to know yourself on a deeper level. But, you know, the Hermit is a temporary timeout. So you have been put on pause on purpose to basically surrender to your own needs, to really think about, you know, what it is you want long term. And, you know, almost like gaining new perspective about life, about love, about people, and how we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And you may have met people who are immature or who were not emotionally available to open up to love, but they came to you either for fixing, because somehow you have a long-lasting effect on people that you meet, whether they are friends, whether they are family members, or whether they are relationships. You transform them, and they come to you for that perspective where you give an honest perspective, you heal them, you're a natural healer. Some of you may have even thought about going into healing practices, but also I feel like you give them hope and light, and you give so much of yourself to people that sometimes you're drained and you're not changing that about you. I feel like you are kind of like reserving a little bit more for you so that you don't give all of you and leave yourself depleted, especially when it comes to love relationships, okay? Because it's like you bring the magic. Now is the time to acknowledge that when you get into a high level commitment with a person, they also bring a certain amount of magic in a relationship where there is reciprocity. You don't always have to be the person who is thinking of exciting places to go, things to do. It's just going to be organic with the right person. You won't have to force it, okay? So I do see that a lot of you at this time are like withdrawn from love, and you're focusing on your hopes and wishes. There's a lot of sort of pearls of wisdom around that bear. Bears tend to represent endurance. So I feel a lot of you have been enduring harsh times, or times where you feel that your love life is dormant and that there's no one out there who has that spark. You know, this bear is in hibernation mode. So some of you are looking at where you feel like you're in literal hibernation mode in your life. And, you know, it's time to thaw things out. And I feel the universe is actually going to transform something in your life right now where the sun comes out literally, but also metaphorically, in order to you know, reignite that part of yourself that wants to explore your passions a little bit more. Your libido returns. Your motivation to put yourself in circumstances to find love returns as well. You know, we cannot always be in a state of winter. Things must change. And I feel this is about finding the balance between the light and dark. You know, you're someone who's very independent, you need your own time, but also don't get stuck in that alone time energy. I feel there's an energy of integration about you that is coming towards you. So yes, you're in a period of learning more about yourself, transforming your life, but let's see who is coming towards you or how things are going to transform in your love life. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, so random, I know, but I'm being given an image in the water because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. And I'm seeing on the floor a playing card, okay? And it's full of hearts. I want to, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to say it's the 8 of hearts. I'm not seeing any number on it, okay? I'm just seeing hearts on the card, and I just counted what I can see, and there's 8 hearts there. So I'm guessing 8 of hearts, it might be that card, or it may be just a card with 8 hearts on it. I'm not really sure, but it looks like a playing card, okay? So please take it as it resonates. I mean, this could be that you meet a new person and they I don't know, they've created a deck of cards, or it could be that they you know, talk about playing cards. Or I mean, you could literally walk down the sidewalk in the next coming weeks and find one on the floor, on the sidewalk there. So please take it as it resonates. Could be that you find one just in a random place, or maybe you attend an event where there is like a magician and he does like a card trick and it's hearts, but I'm seeing it on the floor. So maybe the magician drops it on the floor or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. These images, they may mean absolutely nothing. And then suddenly you're like, oh, I just found the cards on the floor. And one of them was like all of the hearts or 8 of hearts or something like that. I mean, it could also be, wow, I said about magician, right? So some of you may be attending an event where there's a magician. It could also be like Alice in Wonderland, some sort of event that is themed over the next coming weeks and months. And maybe there are cards on the floor, like a decorative kind of pattern that is supposed to be there. And there is a card with a heart on it. So please take it as it resonates. I'm definitely feeling strong vibes that this is connected as a sign, okay? I'm loving that you've got the Queen of Wands there. So this is about you getting comfortable in your life in order to be seen. You actually get a lot of attention. You may not notice it. You may see people looking at you, but you don't realize that they're looking at you because they're drawn to you. There's something about you. You have gravitas, you have beauty that you do not see in yourself. Attractiveness that you do not see in yourself either, okay? This is not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. So I feel, yeah, look, all eyes on you. You may not see this, but I feel there's people who like keep their eye on you, or, you know, when you're walking down the street, they're going to be looking at you, and they're not just looking at you because you're like, oh, is there something on me? They're looking at you because they find you attractive. They like what they see. So I do see that, you know, you're going to be talking to someone. How would you like to receive? How would you like to see? Okay. When I say how did you like to receive, my guides are giving me what they need to give me in terms of the cards and the placements, just so you're aware. I mean, look at this, your outcome. We've got strong energy of Ace of Cups, Lover's card. So you're about to meet a high level commitment. Knight of Cups. I mean, look at that journey. That's incredible. You know, you're going to open your heart to someone who loves all of you. I shuffle the cards. I do not choose the cards. There are 78 cards in that deck. You could get any one of them. And your last cards that lead to the outcome, hope you can see that, Ace of Cups, the Lover's card, and the Knight of Cups. So you have options when it comes to love. You may not feel like it right now, but suddenly options will appear based on the circumstances that you find yourself in, and it's love. You open your heart to someone and it just feels raw and passionate. And I feel a lot of you, it could be that you meet this person where there is a sense of curiosity, a sense of magic. Okay, I know that sounds really random and weird, but I was picking up like magician vibes, and could be a place where someone sparks that childlike curiosity within you, or that wonder. I mean, you know, sometimes this time of year, there's like a seasonal kind of winter festival or markets and things like that, where there's lots of bright lights and there's lots of like hustle and bustle and, you know, all of those things. It could be that you attend an event like that where there's so much like wonder or magic, and you either attend an event there or you meet a person there. So it could be that, or it could be that you meet someone and they invite you on a date to somewhere like that. So please take it as it resonates. Not going to resonate with everyone, of course, but I really get a strong indication here that you are going to meet someone and it is love. It's high level commitment. Your starting card is the Ace of Pentacles. You've done the groundwork. You've been sorting through the mud of life. You've planted the seed of knowledge of who you are. You know, you've discovered this rich, fertile land within yourself where you are building upon your knowledge and you are investing in yourself. And you're so ready for a high level commitment. This is an indication that you've realized that you are a gift. Okay, and this is the process you've been in. The Ace of Pentacles, a lot of you, this is like starting from scratch. It's starting from the very beginning. It's investing in yourself and knowing that you have value and knowing that you deserve the best in life. And you can see that that soil there, a seed, has started to grow and has literally pushed through all of that, like, it's almost like rock, sediment. Yeah, it's not soil, it's rock. You know, even when you see sometimes like a concrete wall and you see like a plant that's grown out of the concrete wall, you may feel there's blockages, or that, you know, you cannot potentially have the opportunity to find love in a really difficult place. But when you're meant to meet a person, you will meet a person. Love will grow and it will shine through. Just like that plant that is like moving through concrete and saying, okay, you thought you were going to stop my growth. Actually, no way. I'm still going to grow despite the obstacle. I'm still going to find my way to the surface despite the obstacle. And I feel that's the period that you're in your life right now, where despite the obstacles and the difficulties of life, you are growing and thriving. And this is an energy that indicates that there is transformation. A new opportunity will appear for you in the most unlikely of places, is what I'm being given for you right now. So it's almost like you're not looking for love when love comes along. Love's going to find you, and it is a very unusual place. That's why I'm saying, I'm seeing like a card with hearts on it. Maybe it's connected to a magician, or a magician doing a trick or something like that. And you're like, what? That's not possible. And suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, I was at an event, and maybe it's a wedding, or maybe it's a work party, or maybe this could just be a sign. You could attend an event where someone does a magician trick and you're like, oh, that's great. I didn't meet anyone on that night, but it could be a signpost. You've now gone through that experience, and now love is coming in. Expect love. Put yourself in positions to do things that you love, because love is on the way. You're on the path. These are signposts, okay? Now, the crossing card is the Hermit. So it can indicate some of you have withdrawn from love, but also it could be that you have had an experience that you've had to let go of. Because as you can see there, that ship has sailed. And some of you may feel that love itself is the ship that has sailed. But the universe says, no, 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 there's another opportunity along in a moment. Don't fret or worry, trust the process. Some of you are closing out a chapter of your life with a relationship that was very difficult, and it even made you feel very isolated or alone. And I feel that may have spun you off into withdrawing from love in general and healing. That figure, that mermaid there, has a star on the end of the hook, as it were, on the fishing rod. So it can indicate that right now, the only thing that you've been trying to catch or kind of search for is healing, is for inspiration, is for the light in your life. Some of you, this Hermit energy can indicate that, you want love, but you feel there's no one out there right now. You may feel that no one is sparking your curiosity, or no one really gets you or what you're about, or is emotionally available to sustain a relationship. They don't have that spark. They don't have that emotional depth to them that wants to connect you on deeper levels. So I feel like there are opportunities that have come and go, flirtations where you thought maybe, but you thought actually not. That's not what I'm looking for. And for some of you, the Hermit energy, of course, there's an energy, of like plenty more fish in the sea, but I'm also getting this energy that some of you have felt really isolated or alone in your circumstances. You may feel there's a cycle in play in your life as you've withdrawn from love, where it's now perpetuated to the point where you feel at a loss as to how to break out of a cycle or break free from something. I feel like you've learned lessons from the past, because this is a crossing card. That means you read both sides of the card. So this can indicate that, yes, you have had an experience where you do not want to repeat it. Okay, so whether that's that you've been alone your whole life and you have not met the love of your life just yet, you're not going to repeat that experience anymore. You're actually going to find a divine counterpart, someone who is a soulmate and wants to walk by your side in this lifetime and love you in the way that you desire to be loved. For some of you, it could be that you have been in a high-level commitment before and you were brokenhearted or let down, disappointed, and love did not go the way you'd hoped for. So you withdrew in order to kind of isolate yourself for a while. But also, you can see that lighthouse there. So it can indicate that you've had people come towards you for healing. People who took your kindness and loved all those sort of perks of being with you, but they were just not capable of giving back because they had not met themselves to the depth that you have. Because remember, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. So a lot of you are like, you are someone who is so caring and so giving of your time and your energy. You have a lot of empathy. You are a healer, that you just don't want to be in this lifetime being someone's emotional crutch. You're always there to help people, but I feel like you are recognizing reciprocity is the key to a high level commitment that is healthy. And I feel that Hermit energy, a lot of you have been in a period of thinking and reflecting on that inner wisdom. To get the Hermit twice, it means you've been put on pause on purpose to know what you want, and then the universe can deliver exactly what it is that you need in a relationship, and even offer you something better than you were hoping for long term. Now we've got that Magician card, and it's like pulling it out of the hat, okay? Now this indicates manifestation. I feel like you are attracting with your vibration a high level commitment. A soulmate is coming in for you, and this is someone who's going to be with you long term, someone who makes you feel like it's safe to love and open yourself up to the journey ahead. But also the Magician card is about focus, okay? So it can be that you are transforming your life to now focus on what it is that you want in a relationship or in life in general. And I feel a lot of you are making promises to yourself for 2025 to put yourself in a position to meet new people. But you may actually be surprised, because I feel there is an energy of you meeting someone by the end of this year, or at least in the next 6 weeks for sure, and you may feel that it kind of doesn't go anywhere, or it's kind of slow, and you may reassess this. And I need to pull a card on it when I get there with that Knight of Pentacles, but you have options. I feel there's someone else who comes along that you're like, that's the one. So I just want you to be aware of that. There may be someone that you have a crush on, or you have like an interest in, or you're keeping your eye on this person, but I feel that it's not that it doesn't go anywhere. Actually, let's pull a card on it right now, because I feel it could make progress, but it's very slow moving. But I'm seeing two people in your energy. So I feel there is one person that immediately you're like, that's the one. Can you please clarify this Knight of Pentacles? Why the Knight of Pentacles? The Star. So it can be that, you know, meeting a person is a slow moving process right now because you're doing some healing, but it can also indicate that you're about to shine your beautiful light and attract someone who is kind of like stopped in their tracks when they meet you. They're like completely in awe of your beauty and your heart, but they need healing. And you're like, okay, you're there for this person, but you see that this person, they need to kind of like recover or meet themselves a little bit deeper before they can offer you a love that you are ready for. Because we can meet people and just be misaligned slightly. I just feel there's one person here that you're like, yeah, they're very wounded. Nine of Wands. I feel like you're a little bit cautious about getting involved in this person. It just feels like they're a little bit too serious, but serious about the stuff that they've been through. We got the Chariot. Yeah, you move on from this. Wheel of Fortune. Destiny wants you to meet someone else. Yeah, this person, I feel like it's temporary. Okay, there's someone else. Yeah, so I want you to be aware of that. The cards are pointing to this. So Chariot card, you move on from this. Okay, but it can also indicate that you've got options. There's a duality. Chariot card indicates which one shall I choose. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means destiny is sending you someone who you know is right for you. But there's two options here. Knight of Wands can indicate that you are passionate, that you're so ready for a new adventure, but you don't want someone who's temporary. So I feel there's a potential here for a fling if you want that. Not everybody does, but I feel it's an option for you. But also I feel more than anything, it's a flirtation. And it may kind of like go nowhere or stop. And then suddenly the universe says, now you meet the one. Okay, because we've got that Page of Swords there. Someone who's more a meeting of minds as well as hearts with you. Someone who basically is... you know, I feel like when you meet this person, your eyes meet, but there's strong conversation with this person. You can really talk and relate to this person. So I feel, yeah, you're about to meet someone who is going to sweep you off your feet. But before that, I feel there is a potential for a short-term thing or a flirtation, okay? So this could even be at the same event, right? It could be that someone's talking to you and you're like, oh, they're really attractive, but oh, we don't really gel the way I was hoping we would gel. And then you're like, oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. And then suddenly you walk over somewhere else in the event and you meet a person who's like, yeah, I was talking to them earlier and they're a little bit sozzled or something like that. And you're like, yeah. And actually you build a connection. I feel it's instant with the second person. So yeah, I'm just making you aware of that. Now, this is your past position. So it is another Leo card. Even though you are Sagittarius, you've got a Leo card here with the sun, which indicates you're building in confidence, okay? That energy can connect to confidence, how you look at yourself, learning more about yourself and appreciate how you look, like the aesthetics, because this is a card that indicates you are highly attractive and you may not feel like you're sought after, but I feel sometimes it's about perspective. You could be so in your head about your day, your family responsibilities, the things that you need to do, and you may not see people noticing you. You may not see that you're turning heads. So I feel the next 6 weeks, just keep a note. Look out, because I feel like you're going to notice people noticing you. And it's always been happening, but you're going to see it a lot more in the next coming weeks. This figure is wearing a peacock skirt. And again, it's not a gender specific reading, but it's symbolic of you peacocking yourself, allowing yourself to be seen, but only doing things that make you feel happy. So whether that's an event or whether it's you promoting your work and networking, or whether it is, if you're retired, for example, it could be that you're connected to a passion project, or you're going to travel to the sun, for example. This is, you shining your light and people being drawn towards you. But also this card indicates that you are having confidence in your physical attributes, but also, noticing that you are popular. You may not feel like it. And if some of you are actually feeling a little bit lost or bereft in your life because you have the Hermit energy twice here, it could be that you're searching for soul tribe members at this time and are going to kind of integrate yourself into the community, because this card can indicate that you know your worth and you are actually putting yourself in situations to meet new people, meet new places and faces, and you're actually just shining your wonderful light and people are really drawn to you. I'm actually being given an energy as well. Now, this is quite a difficult energy that's coming through. Let me just see if I can really dissect what it is, because I feel like my guides want me to say something about it in particular. Okay, so I'm just being given an energy, and it may be a quote, but I feel I'm not being given a quote, right? I feel like I'm probably going to botch how I say this, and I just have to dissect the energy. So it's almost like you may have been let down by the people who were closest to you, and it's like the universe saying, that's why I'm sending some strangers into your life. So if you feel like you're searching for your soul tribe, or maybe you feel like your friends are like so busy with their own work right now or their own life right now that you feel a little bit misaligned with some of your friendships, or you feel that they are evolving, I feel there's an energy of you either joining a group or being sent new people into your life where you are going to build firm friends for life, okay? This card is you attracting attention. So I feel this is about you integrating. As you can see, there's lots of bees there. And you're a honey, believe it or not. So I feel this is about you being confident in yourself. I feel like you should believe it, because I am getting an energy of like, if I say that you're the honey and the bees are like swarming around you, I'm just getting an energy of like, yeah, right, I can't see it. Especially since the sun is in the resistance position and the Queen of Wands is in the past position. A lot of you don't believe it or you can't see it, but you will, okay? Now, some of you may also feel that it was easier when you were younger. You may feel that you attracted more attention when you were younger, and that as you start to mature, that you may feel that nobody sees you, or you're invisible, or that you feel like you just blend into the background, because the Hermit energy can be to like remove yourself from the dating pool because you're so fed up of your options right now. You feel there's no options, but it can also be to blend in with the background. With the Hermit, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, because my guides are asking me to show you, could you please tell me where it is for my beautiful Sagittarians? Okay. Basically, the Hermit, the colors on the Hermit card, they said in the middle, they are very similar. So it's like blending into the background. So you may be feeling a little bit trapped in a cycle of feeling that you're unseen, or even if you meet a person, you may feel that you're misunderstood by this person, or that no one really wants to invest in a relationship anymore or go a little bit deeper. You may feel it's very transient, the dating scene, and that you're so like over it. But I feel like there's something in you where you're being more bold, more daring, and wanting to get out there and see the world. And this level of curiosity puts you in a position to be seen in itself. This is your potential position. This is the Page of Wands. So this means that there is actually going to be someone who is captured by you. And I feel they want to get to know you better. Page of Wands also indicates a connection to your energy, which is to be enthusiastic about some sort of event. Pages bring news. So there could be something you're offered in the next coming weeks, an event that you go to. Remember, look out for the Magician or the Hearts cards, okay? This is a spontaneous energy. So I feel divine timing is happening here. You're really excited when you meet this person, and I feel that this is the catalyst for change. Often a Page of Wands in a reading signifies a soulmate, someone who is long lasting, someone who is a loyal mate who also becomes your friend. So I feel there's a strong energy here of you meeting someone who piques your curiosity, and you build a foundation where you feel secure and you get to know this person, and they are your best friend for life, but also your romantic partner for life as well. It's a start. Pages are always like the start of a relationship with a new person. Now, in the next 6 weeks, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this can indicate a slow moving energy, but also, as I said, meeting a person where it feels like there's a potential for it to grow into something. This person feels steady and true, but it's kind of serious. It just feels also that it's a non-movement energy, okay? It can indicate this person is patient, kind, trustworthy, and a little bit conventional is what I see there. But also I feel that this first person that you meet, they're kind of caught up in themselves because of something they've gone through. They've been wounded, and I feel this person is not fully healed yet, and it would be unfair for you to connect to another unhealed person who is not available to offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire. So I just feel that this person, it's not that it's a non-starter, it just feels like it's temporary, okay? I also get an energy here with the Knight of Pentacles that you're looking for a secure relationship. So in the next 6 weeks, this is your priority, okay? So before I move on, which I will, I'm just going to pull one more card on that Knight of Pentacles, because your outcome card is the Knight of Cups. I just want to see if you're going to meet this new person that you will fall in love with, and it will go somewhere. I want to know if, you know, you meet a person and then it transforms into love, but it's just friendship at first, or whether, because I'm getting a strong indication of love at first sight with this person, but I just want to, the Hierophant. Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah. So the first person that you meet, I feel that they have a connection or they're tied to something else. It could be that they've just come out of a marriage, they just got divorced, or it could be that they are, you know, holding back on some information. The Hierophant is a marriage card, okay? So either this person is still married, but they are estranged from their partner and they're going through the proceedings of a divorce. I mean, they could also say, you know, I'm unhappy in my marriage, or they're unhappy in their relationship. Just watch out for that. If they say that they're unhappy in their relationship and they're going to be leaving their partner, all of the things, this person, they're still in it for a reason, okay? If they're going through the motions of a divorce, of course, they have to wait for, you know, that to legally happen. So they can't do anything about that. But I feel there's this energy with the Hierophant. They want to get to know you a bit better, but with that Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to something, and the Two of Swords indicates you really can't see a future with this person. So I just wanted to clarify that. Two of Swords also indicates that you have a choice, okay? So we have the Empress energy in your advice to yourself position. So this indicates that you are learning to nurture yourself in a different way. You are prioritizing your needs in a healthier way, erecting healthier boundaries, but also, this is an indication that you are beautiful and that you are blossoming, you're attractive. Now, for some of you, you may literally have children, okay? So it may be that you have to factor that in when you are going to events or meeting a new person. They're not there to replace anyone in your children's lives, but I feel like it's an important factor, and the right person is just going to feel organic with allowing them into your life eventually to meet your children as well. Now, also the Empress energy can indicate that you know that you've been going through a period of growth, okay? And that when you are ready to put yourself in a position to come out of hermit mode, the right invitation or the right situation is going to attract you to actually get out there and turn heads. Because I feel a lot of you are maturing, and some of you may be feeling that you've matured to a certain position where you feel that no one's interested or that you're not going to meet love, but that's not true at all. Also, some of you, you may feel that having a child may be a factor in you not finding love, but again, that's not true at all. The right person is going to basically embrace you and your story, your life, and everything that comes with you, because they fall in love with you. So I want you to be aware of that as well. Now, I would also say with the Empress energy that when you meet the right person, okay, it's going to be like love at first sight. So of course it's going to be hot and heavy and passionate and all of those things. So if you have the potential to get pregnant, I would say take precautions if you do not want to get pregnant at this time, okay? So I feel like you're very fertile, and for some of you, there is an energy of putting like extra pressure on yourself. Like if you want to settle down and have a family and you feel like time is running out and you need to find a person because your opportunity to have children could be like, the clock is ticking, for example, I feel don't put that pressure on you, because that actually starts to limit your energy. Just know that in divine timing, you're going to find the right person, and it will blossom into something that's really raw and passionate and loving, and the potential to have children with this person is open for you. Just keep doing you and getting yourself out there and enjoying yourself, because that is a Sagittarius card. It's like, what am I interested in? What do I want to focus on at this time? What brings me joy? How can I rewild myself, connect to my passions? This card means that you are enthusiastic about following your passions at this time, and you want to be more free and spontaneous. But it's like, what is it that will enrich me as well and put me in a position to create space for a loving relationship? You have a lot of unconditional love to offer a person, and you really are a gift. You're kind, you have a beautiful heart, and I feel there's an energy here of you kind of acknowledging that you deserve love and that you value yourself and that you're not going to accept less than you truly deserve and desire, because you've got to a position in your life where you have learned a lot. And the circumstances outside yourself, we've got the Ace of Cups. That means new love is being sent to you. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for transformation when it comes to love. There's thousands of butterflies there, but there's only going to be one person who really captures your attention and will transform your views on love. And the cup of love always starts with the self first. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of the inner work, the healing work, becoming more comfortable in your own skin, loving yourself in a different way. And I feel the Ace of Cups, after this period of reflection, suddenly love is going to be on your path. The gift of love is being offered to you. This card represents a new relationship, fresh new start, an emotionally rewarding relationship that nurtures and opens your heart even further, because this is the start. Okay, and then as you can see, your heart is way open as the outcome energy. You're allowing someone to come in, and I feel wherever you meet this person, there's a lot of music as well. Okay, lots of music. We've got the Lovers card, so this is your hope and fear position. With so many options available to you, because I feel there's two people in particular that are going to be vying for your attention. You may be like, well, which one is the one? Really tap into which person really connects to your heart and makes you feel secure in the long term. They always say that if someone gives you those kind of butterflies in your tummy and you start to tremble and really shake and get nervous about meeting that person, that's kind of not the person. That feels a very like temporary kind of energy. But if you get like a little bit of butterflies in your stomach because you're excited to see a person, but it just feels organic and natural, and you feel safe with that person to just be yourself and open up and talk about who you are, your hopes, your fears, your desires, you know, this is the person. This person feels like home, and I feel that's the person that you're about to meet. So you will make the right choice naturally, so don't worry about that. Also, the Lovers card, it is a Gemini energy, so this can indicate that you're meeting someone who has strong Gemini in their chart. I'm feeling a little bit of Sagittarius, Leo in their chart as well. I'm seeing Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer in their chart. And I feel there's a little bit of Libra there too. Now, it doesn't have to be sun, moon, or rising, but I feel like this person, they're very romantic, they're very creative. This person is also very loyal who's coming in, and I feel that they'll be smitten kitten with you, is what I'm hearing by my guides. And they may even, like, I don't really say smitten kitten, okay? So this may be a conversation that you and this person will kind of like talk about. It's almost like you will coin it later on in your relationship, like, yeah, I'm smitten kitten or something. I'm not really sure, so please take it as it resonates. That's so random, it just came through. But the Lovers card is a high level commitment, so you hope for your soulmate to come in. And I feel with the fear, because it is a hope and a fear position, you also read the card in reverse. This can indicate that you just don't have time to invest in someone where it's just evident it's not going anywhere. So your fear is to open your heart to someone who does not deserve it, but you have learned a lot. You know, you're carrying those lessons with you from the past. You're erecting healthier boundaries. You're nurturing yourself in a different way, and you're valuing yourself in a way that says, I'm not accepting less than I truly deserve and desire. But also the Lovers card, of course, it is a choice card. It can indicate that a friendship or something that starts off like getting to know each other turns into romance. But I feel this is you kind of like separating yourself from something that you either relied on or something that you loved. So it could be that you relied on your own time, the independent, solitary time to focus on life and keep it running smoothly, and you almost like abandoned your desires in love. You're on autopilot, and now you're releasing that because you actually want to be in a high level commitment. So please apply it to your situation, but I feel like you're about to meet the one. And your outcome card, I mean, this is your final card. It's the Knight of Cups, which is all about opening up to love. It's romance, it's passion. You know, this is a very sort of gentle person. They're very refined as well. I'm just getting this energy of this person knows how to treat their partner, okay? They're loyal, they admire you and everything that you've accomplished, all the good times that you've been through and the bad. This person actually is in a position in life to like open their heart completely and commit to love. So they've been searching for the one, but they never really truly allow themselves to focus on it until now. And I feel it's like this synchronicity in your lives where both of you are like, I'm ready, because you've both been activated. So I actually feel that this is a very passionate, intense relationship, but also very loving, loyal, kind, and sustainable. And there's a lot of desire here as well. And I feel this person, they're going to be your lover, but also your love for life. So I do see that this person is for keeps. And it's almost like both people that you meet, they kind of stop in their tracks and they're like, oh my gosh, who's that? And one is kind of like slower to approach you than the other. And the one who kind of like comes over immediately and really is invested in getting to know you, that's the person. That's the person who's like, okay, they're like removing their sense of pride and ego because they are highly aware that if they approach you, they could be rejected, but they're like, you're worth it. You are worth them coming over and saying, okay, I am going to just overcome my fears and go right up to Sagittarius, and I want to get to know them because I feel there's something special about them, and I know that we are meant to be together. And this person will pursue you. They're going to invest from the very beginning, is what I'm hearing from my guides, okay? I'm just going to get some final cards. Yeah, that's a main energy that's coming out. I mean, one of your cards that has just popped out just now is that you're strong enough to strive solo, okay? And I feel that's you learning the lesson of independence and knowing that your happiness is never tied up in another person or in things. So I feel this is the lesson that you've been learning, okay? So we have Black Cat, okay? And it says there, you are strong enough to thrive solo, independent and hidden potential. So again, it kind of connects to the energy that you've been in, that you are striving solo, but also that you have been kind of hidden in hermit mode, but you are going to come out of that. It says roaring moon. Okay, and this is an indication that you're being bold and daring and really connecting more to your passionate side. And it says, show your power to your oppressors, attention, fearless, fiery, and drama. So in your quest to kind of like remove yourself from drama, I'm also getting an energy that if you have had difficult experiences in life or in love, or someone knocked your confidence, you're not allowing that experience to lock you in to fear or insecurity or keep you trapped in a cycle where you feel like that you're unworthy of love. Or, you know, if someone has told you in the past that you'll never get anyone like me, there's only me, you know, if someone ever told you something like that, that's them projecting their fears. They want to control you. So I feel like you are rising up and being your wonderful self and being confident despite all of your fears, but also despite any experiences that were negative in your past. Now, we've also got be ready to take on more responsibility, authority, leadership, and support. So this can indicate, you know, that you are taking accountability for your life and acknowledging that you do need to integrate yourself a little bit more or put yourself in positions to follow your passions or connect to like the community in some way or go to invitations that are coming in. I definitely see an invitation to something, and this is where I feel like you meet this person, okay? We've also got waxing crescent, and it says the current energies are on your side, rebuilding, motivation, and serendipity. Serendipity is the major word here. You're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet this person, and nothing is going to get in the way of that. And there is a magic in that as well. So pay close attention to everything that came up in that reading. I'm just going to go and get a button or a trinket before we close. It's a little bit loud, so watch your beautiful ears. Okay, you may have noticed that the acoustics not great here, so I do apologize. Hope it doesn't impede on your listening to this reading, but I will be back in my usual circumstances next week. Oh my gosh, we have, oh my gosh, I'm loving that. Look, we've got all the hearts. Okay, so really look out for that card with all the hearts on it. You've got 2 hearts linked there, so that indicates hearts entwined, 2 people becoming one in a relationship. Even though you're whole all by yourself, there's nothing missing there. It is you searching for your divine counterpart, not your other half, okay? Because that somehow implies that part of us is missing, and we go searching for something that is always in us, and we just get a little bit lost for a while. But also you've got that complex, beautiful heart there, which means, you know, you're so ready. You're trying to work out what it is your heart needs. And I feel, you know, now is the time to focus on love and you being in a high level commitment. And you're attracting love, that's for sure. To get those 2 with all these cards, the pathway to love is going to be made clear for you. So I'm going to leave it there, my beautiful Sagittarians. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.